moment. So I do think that you called it. You said that you felt like that game, it was going to be a close game.
Yeah.
I thought they'd be able to pull away. I just thought the Colts are so bad right now that you would be able to, but that just shows what a divisional game does. Like they don't have anything to play for, but Phillip Rivers was out there like, hold on, I didn't come back to lose. Let me figure something out.
Man, he really cannot throw the football.
Oh my God, the
anymore.
football stays in the air so long. There's sometimes like, I don't know if it's coming back down.
Trevor's literally like getting hit and just flicking his wrist, and the ball goes 40 yards. Phillip Rivers puts everything he has into it, and it goes like 15 yards.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, to do it is pretty cool, but he, 4.9 yards per attempt. I mean, it was just terrible.
It's a great story. That's about it.
When he fell down in the pocket after Josh Hines Allen bum rushed his guy, boom, just kind of bounced and fell down. It felt bad for him. But, look, overall, we shut down Jonathan Taylor twice in a year. I don't think many people could say that. Our run defense held him to 3.1 yards per attempt. I mean, phenomenal. And I think they were 4 of 11 on third down. So great job, overall. There are a couple things, we got to clean up. I think Jarian bailed out his coach. And it doesn't matter because we won. But, man, the one thing that gets me thinking is like, look, there are a couple things in that game that I didn't like, and if you're playing against a really good playoff team, you won't win that game. Yeah. The Colts they're good, but they're not an elite team that you're going to face in the playoffs. So I think you got to clean that up. Look, the fourth downs, the one after looking at, your inches, like nobody should be able to stop the QB sneak if you're Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
I mean, you're 6'6", you just find a tiny bit of crease and sneak it. I know you can be stopped, but
you also can kick the field goal and
I
don't
know what,
and I know what the response is. The analytics tell me to go for it, but whatever happened to points on the road? Get the points on the road. And here's the thing: you go up by 3, and I even said it. I'm like, Phil Rivers ain't going to beat you. Yeah. Go up by 3, and it's over. And I was right, because what happened? Jarian made the pick, and what a great pick it was. I mean, he set him up.
Throw an interception.
Yeah, you felt like something was up. Yeah.
You just couldn't tell exactly when it was going to be, because obviously the Jags were close. But look, the Jaguars fumbled, right, with that hook and ladder.
I don't like that call either.
Trevor threw an interception that I wouldn't put all on Trevor. I would say Parker Washington probably need to play a little bit better defense, honestly, at that point in time.
He's got to throw it out in front a little more. You can't throw it through the player, but it's whatever.
You see your wide receiver on a linebacker, that's where you're going to go with the football, especially the way Parker Washington has been playing. And then you have a turnover on downs. And so really you gave the Colts the ball 3 different times. It didn't feel like the Jags had the exact same energy that they had in Denver against the Broncos. I think they knew that the Colts were eliminated, which still makes them a scary football team. But they knew what they were going up against in Denver. And to me yesterday, they had taken their foot off the gas pedal just a little bit, and I don't blame them for that.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a natural type thing, you the high of beating Denver and then finding out. The good thing is they found a way to win, and that's all that matters. So no matter what they're feeling emotionally, their energy,
they might have
the
been
penalty,
ill,
whatever.
We saw Anton Harrison was ruled questionable yesterday.
Yeah, with the illness,
with sickness.
Yep.
Yeah,
I listened to Liam Cohen today talk on the press conference, and he coughed like his way through it. I'm not saying he's sick. I'm just saying like you could tell that. I think that's more probably what it was. It's not that they didn't come to play. I think there was probably something going around that locker room.
I think there could have been not a letdown, but I felt the same way. I did. I didn't think they were as fiery as before. And I'll tell you this: he's tough as nails, Taylor, but our QB can't get hit like that. He got hit. He was getting drilled yesterday. Yeah. And now he's a tough guy. He's going to stand there and make the throw, but way too many times was he get. I mean, just like, because I always watch that. Before the quarterback throws, I want to see if anybody's hitting him. And I always watch it. I'm always like, oh, man, he just got killed. Yeah. Sometimes I'm wrong because it just feels like he's going to get killed. Yeah. But yesterday, man, he took some licks.
There were some bad ones yesterday.
A week after in Denver, I mean, he got mauled.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So his toughness, yes, definitely shines through. I also didn't love how many times the play clock was again down to
1
0.
second.
Yeah, it's like, okay, and I know there's a rookie center, and shout out to the offensive line for playing at least as well as they did against
good enough.
the Blitz. Yeah, good enough.
Good enough to win.
They had, a makeshift offensive line versus what they had.
Yeah, you can tell the difference Hainsey makes on that line.
Without a doubt.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have the rookies, Jonah Monheim, I think he was
fine.
Pretty well. Yeah. It's not like there were snaps going over Trevor's head. But still, that's a different line than what you're used to, and you're getting to the most important time of the year.
Yeah, that's what you could tell the interior looked very different, and we know why. You're missing your two pieces that have been playing there all season long. But I do think you did enough to be able to, I mean, yes, Trevor got hit a few times, but they're especially down the stretch. I feel like they stepped up and played well down the stretch where they weren't getting to Trevor the way they were in that first half of the game. And I think that's important. I mean, you're missing two of your pieces. And Hainsey, we've talked so much about the toughness and that fieriness that he brings to the line. And you see that missing a little bit. So maybe it's that. Jordan Lewis wasn't there. He's one of the guys that kind of brings that edge on the defensive side of the ball.
Talk about sad news on Christmas Day. Jordan Lewis going to IR.
Yeah.
That was literally like a physical gut punch to my stomach.
He's just been so fun, and he's the guy on that side of the ball. There's multiple guys that I think have brought it all season, but he's one of the guys that you feel like that energy just comes from naturally.
Yeah, and with Hainsey in Monheim's defense, he doesn't have to think. He knows the system. He's like, it's second-hand nature, so he can just go out and play. Where Monheim's probably thinking a little bit because he has to. You know,
and there's a lot to do as a center.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. But again, good enough to get the job done. They opened holes for ETN. He ran very hard yesterday. Congrats to him, another 1,000-yard season. That's phenomenal. You know, so the line was okay. I just didn't like the 7 QB hits. That was too many for my liking. And last week I think there was 14 with Denver. It was high. So you got to make sure we keep Trevor a little bit more protected. But again, you know, look, there were really good drives, and then there were some drives where you're like, right? The one drive where Parker made a phenomenal. It was a great throw. But it was the drive where right before he hit the defender in the chest going to Tim Patrick. You know what I'm talking about? And then he was off a little bit. And you're like, oh, no, are we digressing a little? And then he hits Parker. And you're like, no, he's back. You know what I mean? But that felt like a little like we've seen in the past. But he came through with that big play at Parker. I mean, what a year he's had. I mean, and I got to say, when he first got here 3 years ago, I thought, you know, okay. And then the second year, like, in camp, you could tell right away, man, that kid's been working on his game. He's quicker, he's faster, he's catching everything. And then his third year, you're like, in camp, you're like, this guy's, he's really worked on his craft. There's no doubt. And he's got so much confidence. And his moves are unbelievable. I mean, I bet his dance moves are unbelievable. That guy could dance, I bet. Really, really good.
That's what it was.
Never thought about that.
The return game on each side. I felt like each team was starting on the 50.
Yeah, they
back
were.
and forth for a while, where I was like, this is a little scary because you don't want to continue to let that happen on the special team side defensively when you're trying to stop these guys. You don't want them starting on the 50 constantly.
Yeah.
Luckily, we were also doing it, so that helps.
Right, but you
we
do
got a
want
penalty on the one.
Yeah, absolutely. You do want Heath Farwell, that negated LaQuint Allen's really good return. You want Heath Farwell to tell Cam Little if the opposing team has a really good returner, kick it into the end zone. Just kick it. I know it starts at the 35, but that's still better. You're giving them momentum, even if they only are getting to the 40-ish. And yesterday, obviously, they got to the Jags 40 on one of the returns. Ashton Dulin did. And so, to me, kick it in the end zone, and then you don't have to worry.
Yeah, they did that pretty much in the second half, I think.
Correct, but let's start that. Let's not give them those opportunities because giving Phillip Rivers a short field certainly helped the Colts.
Any QB, right? Any offense.
Or some of these kickers now that can make 65s and 68s, and you don't want to. You get 10 yards and you're feeling like you're in field goal range, which the Jags feel like that, but you don't want the other team.
But it goes back to that taking the points. You got a kicker that's nailing everything.
I
Just
know.
Right down the middle. And obviously, y'all saw the pregame stuff in Denver, too. I mean, it was good from like 73 easily.
Yeah.
All right, RJ Saunders is not our producer today since he's filling in for JJ LaSelva. Aaron is here, though, but RJ did put together something for us on this Victory Monday. So, Aaron, hit it.
Guys, real quick, we're not f***ing apologizing for f***ing wins around here. Sorry, and
Jags have stacked the line of scrimmage.
They're coming.
It's an all-out blitz. Rivers lets it flow. It's picked off. The ball is intercepted. The Jags pick it off. That's Dorian Jones stepped in front.
Cover zero. I knew the look that we were giving. Josh Downs, great receiver, but he was in the slot. I know he's kind of like the option route runner, so I knew like we sent him pressure. They got to come out fast. Phillip can't really throw the ball down the field, so my instincts kind of took over on the play. So,
How about our quarterback?
Trevor drops, looks, scrambles forward. He can run for it if he wants to. Trevor's going to run it into the end zone. Touchdown! Another rushing touchdown for Trevor Lawrence.
I'll just say we have all the confidence in ourselves that when we play well and we execute, we can beat anybody. So And that's all you can ask for. Who cares? Who thinks who's the best team? This, that. We'll get to prove it. Come next week, first of all, and then in the playoffs. We'll all get our shot at one another, and you keep winning, you keep playing. So
12 wins. 12. Guys, so proud of you. Those games are never easy, man. Going on the road, in the division, all that doesn't matter. You guys just step up and continue to win.
And the ball is intercepted by the Jags, and the game is over. The Jags pick it off in the end zone, and they hold on to beat the Colts 23-17, and the Jags remain in first place.
At the end of the day, we went 1-0 today, and that's all you're trying to do. It's tough to win in this league. It's tough to win in this division, especially on the road. So, there's always ups and downs throughout the game. Just got to keep going, which this group did. Proud of these guys. Proud we got the win.
We're just a small market team. Thanks for the play. We're just a small market team.
They can say what they want to say in the world, in the media, but I want the people rocking with us, the Jags fans who've always been rocking with us no matter what. I'm not stunning outside noise. Stats don't matter to me. We just stacking W's here. That's all that matters.
Jags on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Great job by RJ Saunders putting that together.
Good job.
Liam Cohen, Frank Frangie, and Jeff Lageman, Jarian Jones, Trevor Lawrence. There's somebody that I'm missing whose voice was in there. I don't think
Monheim. It was Monheim.
Jonah
Yeah, it
Monheim,
was
thank you.
Yeah.
Jonah Monheim, the rookie center who filled in pretty well for Robert Hainsey yesterday. As the Jaguars got to 12-4, beating the Colts for the second time this year, winning 23-17. And on the other side, we have to talk more about the quarterback, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
The rushing ability, his mobility has been huge for Liam Cohen's offense. So we will do that once again. Thank you, RJ Saunders, and thank you, Aaron Williams, filling in for us today and tomorrow. Keep it right here on Helmets and Heels. It's a big Chief Tire Monday on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
How does it feel to throw an NFL touchdown? Find out from a guy who's thrown 89 of them.
I'm David Garrard on 1010XL.
Mondays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida. Helmets and Heels from the Greenlaw Group Studios.
Frank Frangie for Coyle Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Remember when the Jaguars upset the Denver Broncos in the 1996 divisional round as a 14-point underdog and launched them into the AFC Championship? Well, you know who won't upset you? The team at Coyle Fencing. Coyle is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau and has been serving the Jacksonville community for nearly 100 years. From sleek aluminum fencing your HOA will love to tough chain link for your commercial project, Coyle does it all. Visit CoyleJacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com. Coyle Fencing, partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Helmets and Heels.
It's a Big Chief Tire Monday. The local Jacksonville shop for fair prices and service you can trust.
What Major League Baseball pitcher holds the record for most career no-hitters and over 5,000 strikeouts?
Just letting your homeowner's insurance renew each year may cost you money. Shop around and you may find a better plan. Let Southern Oak Insurance give you an option at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Nolan Ryan's 7 career no-hitters might be an unbreakable record, but his 5,714 strikeouts certainly is.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
The new Ackerman Cancer Center is now open at World Golf Village, providing state-of-the-art screenings and diagnostic exams with no referral required. Same-day appointments are available. Call today or visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Some people say the best thing about December is the big, beautiful bundle of bowl games.
Win $1,000 of jewelry from Beard's Diamonds.
You pick 'em.
Brought to you by Burlock and Barrel American Whiskey.
Get your picks in at 1010XL.com.
Mark Watson here to tell you a little bit about HardballCreative.com. It's your online promo haven with thousands of ideas on how to promote your company. We're open 24/7, 365.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
Frank Frangie here for Stanley Pools. If you're dreaming of putting in a pool this year, choosing the right company is the most important decision you'll make. I've trusted Stanley Pools to build my pool, renovate my pool, and maintain my pool. Stanley Pools has been the best in the business since 1988, and they're still family-owned. Call them today at 904-269-7277 or find them online at StanleyPoolsFL.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
I'm with Brett from Cycles of Jacksonville, and the fall part of the year just offers so much fun, especially when you're out and about. Tell everybody what's happening with Triumph right now.
They have got a lot of new models on the road, from Scrambler 400s. They've got the legendary Rocket motorcycle. Lots of really cool bikes to choose from.
And the price point and all the tricks that come with the Triumph bike, they're all there.
They're all there. Entry level to the greatest of the great. We've got them.
Look for them online, cyclesofjacksonville.com. Check out the Facebook page or that showroom on Atlantic near Regency.
Hey, folks, it's Frank Frangie. Now, I've been telling you about my daughter, Amber, and she's been telling you how much weight she's dropped with Awaken 180. It's hard to believe. Even in football season, even when she hangs out with her friends, and even when she tailgates and does all that stuff, she's still losing weight. You can even drink alcohol. Can you believe that? Well, Awaken 180 shows you how to swap calories, not flavor. You have to be disciplined, but they make it easy. Amber and I talk about this all the time. She can't believe how easy it is, and she's so excited about it. But what I will tell you is it's really working. I see how excited she is. I see the look on her face. I see how her self-esteem has changed and her confidence. It's one of the greatest things that's ever happened with my daughter, and it means that much to me. Now, Awaken 180 programs are reimbursable with your HSA or FSA, and those HSA dollars expire December 31st. Don't leave money on the table. Call Awaken 180 today and kickstart your transformation before the new year. Call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800, or go to awaken180weightloss.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
We're going to talk about Trevor Lawrence and his rushing touchdowns from yesterday. But first, let's tell everybody, Taylor and Tom, about Blitz the Bank, where 1010XL is partnering with your Jacksonville Jaguars to give away 125 pairs of tickets for this Sunday's game. Obviously, we're trying to pack the bank as the hated Tennessee Titans come to town. It's your final time, at least in the regular season, to see the Prowlers on display. And it starts today, Frangie Show live at String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach. We will have Hacker and Hayes there, and they're going to give away 2 pairs of tickets per hour.
Yes, yes. We have a ton of tickets this week, so listen all week, but starting with Strings, actually throughout the day today, we've already listened for the liner. It's the Blitz the Bank liner you'll hear all week long throughout all of the shows from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. You'll hear it periodically once an hour. We will be giving away tickets. Then at Strings, there's a separate couple pair. We also have the 1010 van going around town this week. We'll be announcing different secret locations and we'll almost like first 10 people to show up. We'll get tickets to that. So listen to where we will be around town. We'll be all over the place to give everybody the opportunity to win these tickets. But so multiple ways to win this week. Blitz the bank, fill the bank, pack the bank.
Text into the text line and win tickets.
Yeah, make it feel like a playoff game. I envision the Buffalo game with all those towels whipping around.
The division.
Like, let's go. This is to win the division.
And if the Dolphins win, if the Dolphins beat the Patriots, and if the Chargers beat the Broncos, as long as the Jaguars take care of business against the Titans, they're the number 1 overall seed.
I know, wild.
So, if you have to do your part as fans to get there, be loud, and make this a very hostile environment for this team that we already hate. But so, by the way, they're playing better, too.
Yeah.
I know, they've been playing better.
The only thing I don't like about the first seed is you get the bye.
You don't like the bye?
I don't like. I'd rather keep playing.
The momentum.
Okay, so
unless you're really hurt. Now, if you're really hurt, it's different.
Having that week to get
ready. Guys get healed up, and man, I like the momentum. I like the creature of habit. I don't like, not having a week of playing an actual game.
I wonder if you were to ask Liam and James Gladstone and Tony Baselli their thoughts on that. They're probably right in line with you. They like to keep everything status quo. Obviously, they don't even want to talk about the playoffs yet, nor should they. They should be focused on going 1-0 this week. That's what you have to do. But I would imagine, based off of their mentality too and their attitude, that they would also say, "I don't even want the bye."
Yeah, you just the risk of rust, and I don't want any risk of rust for our team. So let's just keep winning and keep playing football.
Hey, I said this after the Jags beat the Broncos. I was like, let's just not lose again. Jags just don't lose again this season. That would be perfectly fine by all of us. All right, Trevor Lawrence yesterday. He obviously ran it in for 2 touchdowns. He now has 9 rushing touchdowns this season. That is the 9th most in all of the NFL and 4th most in the AFC, regardless of position. He has the 2nd most among quarterbacks, trailing only Bills quarterback Josh Allen, who is obviously well known for his rushing ability.
Yeah, it's been so fun. And this offseason, we talked so much about that of let Trevor use his legs. He's dangerous when he uses his legs. It does feel like he's even a little faster this year than what you've seen in previous years, but he's also just smart with it too. And that's been one of the for me, most fun things to watch is because he does it at the right times. He's many times this season so far, his legs have saved the day and saved certain plays. And
only 26 rushing yards yesterday, but every one of those were massive.
Yeah, and I think it's the decision making in when to run. And I remember we talked about this a while ago when Denny was kind of breaking down like the game manager term, and he was saying I'm tired of people using that as like a negative thing because the importance of it, like Brock Purdy, and I think Trevor Lawrence can be in that category. And the decision making of when to run, his accuracy has gotten a lot better, and so there's all of these things that he's been able to manage throughout games in a very intricate offense that we talked so much about how much time it kind of took to get things going. But you get a guy like Jacoby Myers in here and he's picking it up right away, which he's fantastic, by the way. His blocking, his blocking ability, everything, he's so much fun to watch. But
we know he was a quarterback. It looks to me week in and week out like he played shortstop for a baseball team. Right? Like he doesn't drop the football, and the way that he pinpoints it too, like it's very impressive.
Yeah. And so I think it's been really fun to watch Trevor and how he's gotten better throughout the year, but I do think that the running and him using his legs has made it almost easier on him because he knows, okay, if this isn't working out the way I want to work out, I can take off. I can score a touchdown. I can get a first down. And those plays have come up so big, especially in these last 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, you go back to when he first got here and even the next year, I mean, some of his best games were running the football.
Remember Urban said he wasn't ready for the sneak way back when?
We
haven't practiced the quarterback sneak.
We were like,
you don't need to practice the quarterback sneak.
6'6", let him just dive.
Seriously. And that's really that's kind of all he had last year. Not all, but in the red zone, it felt like everybody knew that's what he was going to do. He was going
reach
to just
over.
sneak it.
Look,
now he's actually running.
When you're running like the way he's running, you're not robotic and you feel like I have to be in the pocket. I have to make these reads. I have to make these throws. You're just playing football. And when things break down, you take off. And it's great that Liam's gotten that out of him because you've been calling it for a little while. Like, as you can see, look, it just gets, I think timing's better. How many throws yesterday did he throw before the break? Did you notice that? Those out patterns, the buttons we call them, just unbelievable.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing that before. He was waiting till they broke. And now he's throwing it before the break in the right spot. The timing's just... He's just playing outstanding right now, and I think, look, it's a lot of things. I think he's really worked on his craft. I think the coaches have held his feet to the fire on the technique and the mechanics they want him to have week in and week out. I think they've held his feet to the fire on the pre-snap. Hey, man, you got to know everything. You got to know where this ball is going before every snap. That's your job, and then just let it rip. Go out there and play, and you can tell he's having fun.
Oh, yeah.
He's not thinking. He's not overthinking. He's just playing with the flow of the game. And I think taking off and running helps him be in that flow of the game. I think it does for every quarterback. Because, look, who doesn't want to sit in the back of the pocket and whip it around 50 times and have 400 yards and 4 touchdowns? The reality, that's hardly ever going to happen. You're going to get hit. You're going to get knocked around. You're not always going to have a clean pocket. You're not going to be able to do those things. So how do you subsidize? You take off. All the great ones do it. Go down the list. Mahomes, Allen,
Brady.
They know how to get out. Well, Brady would run when he had to, but or he would just drop to the floor.
That's what would make Aaron Rodgers so frustrating to face because he wasn't the fastest, he wasn't the quickest, but when he would take out and it was just that's how he would get so many defenses and keep them on their toes, and that's what Trevor Lawrence is doing right now at a really high level.
Yep, he's playing great, man. I'm really happy for Trevor. I know he's taken a lot of grief, and hey, man, that's part of the territory when you're the number 1 pick overall, and we were expecting these kind of things. Your first or second year,
longer than what we
but we're glad it's here, right? Good things happen to those who wait, and all I can say is I know he's put in the work, and that's what it takes. It takes that extra work to work on your craft to make sure when you go into game day, you're not even thinking, man. You're just letting it rip and playing.
Yeah, and we obviously compared this Trevor Lawrence season to 2022, since that's the last time really the only season that he played well from start to finish. I think this offense is so well suited for him. I'm not saying that Doug Peterson and Press Taylor's offense was bad. It obviously led to a Jags run into the playoffs and made it to the Elite Eight that year. But this offense feels like Trevor is just in complete rhythm with it. And
it feels like his offense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Liam Cohen talked about it today as far as the toolbox that Trevor has. He gets up to the line, and they're not even always telling Trevor what to do, right? Like, they're giving him play calls, but he has the audacity and now the ability to go up to that line, change the play. I want to know, like, in the huddle for the lateral, or the hook and ladder yesterday, like, was Trevor on board with that or no? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't like the call.
I didn't either. And that's what there was a few moments yesterday where I didn't love the play calling.
Yeah.
But I do think there's moments where you're like, that was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Perfect timing for that play. And then we've seen the moments where, we're like, that could have been a little bit different. And that was one of the plays we were all texting in that moment. Like, I didn't love that call.
Well, the risk on the pitch is fumbling regardless of wherever you're on the field, right? And that happens on any kind of, play. You see him like last second, pitching around, all that fumbles happen. You didn't need it. That's why I didn't like it. To me, when you
were driving down the field.
You're driving down the field. When you do a trick play, it's either out of desperation to get something kick-started, or you're kind of just getting a little cocky. You want to show off a little. Not always, because I was thinking about this. Like, go back to Nick Foles' Philly play.
Philly special.
The Philly special. Let's say he dropped it. Is it still a good call?
Yeah.
It is a good call.
Yeah.
Right, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I don't think yesterday's was the right
Either
time
way.
for that call.
Yeah.
Like, it's your first drive.
Yeah.
You're going down the field. You can tell you're going to score. You at least got 3. Your defense held them to 3. I don't know why. Why did you need to pull that play
Do you
out?
think that was in there scripted too?
I don't know if
Like,
it was
'cause those
Good call. Yeah, it's only a 15
to me,
first plays.
Liam's starting to pick and choose when he wants teams to have to prepare for certain play calls. So to me, that's what it more was like, I want this to be on film for the following weeks to come, so that these defenses have to prepare for something like this. But again, it just wasn't the timing of it is I think what we all disagreed with.
Yep.
But obviously, if ETN doesn't fumble,
yeah.
it's a touchdown. And we're all saying,
Well,
great
that was
call by
fun.
Liam. Yeah, and now look at another thing that defense
And in their defense, ETN got caught in the backfield.
Yeah.
So he didn't get a free release to
Yeah.
get into his route to get to where he needed to be. He got there eventually, but the timing was just off. I just thought, man, with your first and that's a good point. He's putting it on film. You watch, they'll do it again. They'll do it from a different formation. They'll do it with a different person in a different formation, and it'll come at the right time. And maybe you just wait to the playoffs to do that. You really need, to either put the hammer on them, nail the coffin, or just kickstart the offense, whatever that may be. But hey, again, that's the risk. And I don't think it's a blanket statement. But when you do a play like that, the risk is what? You turn the ball over. So then it's not good. Now, the reward is what? You don't turn it over and it's a touchdown. Now you're a genius. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. That's the way it goes when you make those kind of calls.
And as the coach, it's like, but if you just executed what I called, I mean, there's other times, obviously, like if Parker Washington and Brian Thomas Jr. yesterday, if they're able to haul in a couple of those deeper passes, like, again, we look back and say, wow, Liam Cohen is just a genius.
Yeah, Parker's was a little high. I know it's one, but it hit him in the hands.
Yeah,
Munt should have had his.
Yeah, Johnny
Munt should have had his.
And Brian Thomas Jr., I think, had a drop.
yeah.
And that's something that's plagued this team, obviously, throughout the first half of the season, but has gotten a lot better. It's so crazy to think that this team the Jaguars could be 13-4 a year after going 4-13.
Yeah.
Like when I explain to people who don't follow it that closely, like just how massive of a turnaround that is, those are really the only numbers I need to say.
I mean,
they won 4
reversing
games
your
last
record, that's not easy to do in 1 year.
Yeah,
No.
flipping the pancake,
Yeah.
man.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
Liam Cohen's the only one to do
Really
it
unbelievable.
to get to 12 wins after just 4 a year ago. I think, too, the defense, I mean, the takeaways is to have 9 total takeaways, 8 on defense last year, 1 on special teams, to get to now 30. You're only behind the Bears that have 32. I mean, 21 interceptions for a team that, again, had 8 defensive takeaways a year ago. Like, I can't even explain how good of a job Anthony Campanile has done.
Well, and even all around on offense, too, like ETN having another great year where a couple years in a row he was at like 3.7, 3.8. Now he's in the 4s. He was at 4.5 yesterday, doing great in the passing attack.
Yeah. That Trevor and Travis Etienne, like Trevor's mobility, I think helps Etienne. Etienne's ability to rush the ball helps open up the passing game for Trevor.
question.
Those two, It's crazy that it's taken almost this long for this team to be as successful as they are with those two, pulling the main share of the offense, because that's what happened at Clemson for 3 years.
That's what during the broadcast they said that they were like, that was a Trevor and ETN Clemson moment right there, and I was like, it was. It looked just like some of the things they did at Clemson.
No doubt. That 12-yarder was cool. The jet sweep or whatever they called it, and then what was the other one that was a really clever type play to ETN?
ETN, the one you went up the middle?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. Anyway, it was good. Look, again, good enough for victory and good enough to beat a team. The question is, if you make these kind of mistakes against a Houston again, or Denver, or New England, or Buffalo, do you come out alive? We don't know. We'll find out.
No, we don't know, but we've seen them play up to their competition so many times so far this season.
No, I meant when they have mistakes. Because I feel like a better offense would have taken advantage of those mistakes.
For sure.
I mean, Phil was hampered. Come on, he was a little handicapped. Let's be honest here. I mean, he was. He did his best. He tried his best, but he wasn't going to hurt you.
His passes look like mine do. Yeah. When I'm trying to throw past 10 yards. That's what
you
it
weren't
does.
worried about Phil hurting you yesterday.
No,
it looks like my workout outside.
But we've seen this team, be able to go on the road and beat the 49ers. Yeah. Albeit it was a banged-up 49ers team. Doesn't matter. You beat the 49ers in San Francisco.
I'd like to see that one again.
You beat the Chiefs at home.
I'd like to see that
you beat a team like the Texans, certainly. You had a chance to beat them again. You beat the Colts, albeit, again, partially with Daniel Jones, partially without. But still, this team has risen to the occasion. But yes, the mistakes, you're not going to win playoff games with those. That's for sure. All right, Tom's takeaways await on the other side. It is Helmets and Heels on a Big Chief Tire Monday. I know the Parman family is pumped about the potential playoffs. Well, it's definitely playoffs, maybe even a home playoff game. You can find Big Chief Tire at 6 different locations around Jacksonville. WeKeepJacksRollin.com is the website. Keep it right here on 1010XL on 82.5 FM.
Helmets and Heels.
Protected by
Green Law Group. For the insured. Fighting for you.
Hi, this is Dave Barker with IHRS. Are you frustrated with those trendy pills, drops, and lotions that claim to make your hair thicker and fuller? Are you taking weight loss drugs or medication that's making your hair fall out? Whether you're frustrated with results from treatments that just don't work, or you no longer have the fuller, thicker hair that you once had, there's a better way. Our hair restoration solutions have helped literally over 10,000 men and women restore their hair in as little as 2 office visits.
Ready to grow your hair back and have permanent, natural, and guaranteed results? For your confidential consultation, call 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or go to hairforme.com. That's hairforme.com.
Hey guys, Taylor Dahl here of Helmets and Heels. Chick-fil-A Catering is here to help make it a little easier to bring your family together this holiday season. Whether you need a full meal, a side dish, or dessert, choose from a variety of trays like Chick-fil-A nuggets, mac and cheese, and brownies. Perfect for any size get-together. And you can easily order through the Chick-fil-A app. Place your order in the app, online, or by calling ahead, then pick it up at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Take one thing off your plate this holiday season and bring the smiles to your family gathering with Chick-fil-A. Availability and order requirements may vary.
It's a Big Chief Tire Monday on Helmets and Heels.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
Julington Creek Pest Control has been serving our community since 1984.
Our turf management program is an all-out blitz, granular fertilization, weed and insect control, keeping your lawn championship green all year. Quarterly pest control stops bugs before they ever cross your goal line. Family owned, locally operated, expert technicians, top quality products, no gimmicks, just winning results. Julington Creek Pest Control, our family serving yours since 1984.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie for Lee and Kate's Glass. They say you're going to see a big difference, but what does that really mean? It means a live local person on the phone, a smooth, easy process, skilled craftsmen, and excellent customer service all around, with your satisfaction absolutely guaranteed. Visit LeeandKatesGlass.com.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Hey, Jacksonville Hicken here. I've been around the block or two, and Checkmate Coatings is who I'd call for my own place. They're my new MVP for stunning, long-lasting floors.
Brendan here with Checkmate Coatings. No massive overhead means top prices on top-quality pool decks, driveways, garages, and patios, too.
Visit CheckmateCoatings.com today. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Hit it all, Tom McManus, Aaron Williams filling in for RJ Saunders. I'm Lauren Brooks with you on this Big Chief Tire Monday. Before we get to your takeaways, did y'all know that Pat McAfee just released a song?
No,
okay, you did know that, Tom.
Yeah, I did.
Called Dookie. So then I listened to it to think, or was wondering, is this a cover? Like of the Green Day song, but
Right.
it's not. I listened to about 10 seconds and I said,
Turned it
no.
off.
Yeah, that's a big no for me.
Well, you don't like him anyway, so
Yes, but I was willing to give his music a chance.
Yeah.
I wasn't holding his brash
you're not
personality
adding this to
against
your
him.
playlist.
I am definitely not, nor do I think y'all would be either. Maybe we can have Aaron cue that up for the next segment. But yeah, I didn't think it was very good. What were your thoughts, Mr. Music
No,
Man?
I didn't like it.
Okay, good.
I thought
What
it
is
was
the
kinda-
vibe?
I don't know.
Like
he talked
talking?
about going into Oregon and smoking weed or something. It was kind of weird.
I heard something about how his bank account's juicy, and I was like, okay, buddy. Like,
Yeah, I don't know what kind of genre it was even.
I don't either, but I don't recommend it, and now I'm even sad I brought it up because now more people will listen to it, and that'll help him.
Well,
Did you
maybe they'll
see
shut it off quick?
the clips of Bo Nix being afraid of dogs? Did you see that whole thing? Because
No.
Peter Herbstreit had Peter there, and like everyone was laughing. They're like,
Oh, I did see that.
like
Right,
Bo
Kirk
won't
Herbstreit,
pet the dog.
Yes.
But it was kind of funny. Social media took that to the whole level. Like, no wonder they got beat so bad by the Jags. Like all the dogs
for
on
the-
this team. Yeah, like
That's
that kind
right.
of jokes. But it was
That's
funny.
funny.
But I was like, how are you scared of a cute little golden retriever?
I know. I
Maybe he
did
got
see that.
bit or
now that you
something.
said
That's
that.
what I think they said when he was a kid. He got bit by something, and so I
Yeah.
guess just that PTSD gets you.
By the way, the Broncos fans call him Bobo. And Brian was
Bobo.
like, "Do you guys not understand
jeez.
that Bobo means like something
What's
that's
Bobo? Like,
yeah,
yeah.
that's like a fraud basically
Yeah.
and not good."
That's funny.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Yeah, just keep calling
calling
him
him
Bobo
Bobo.
by all means."
Jeez.
All right, time now for Tom's takeaways.
Now,
Okay, it's go time.
Tommy's Takeaways. Jacked up by J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling. Call 506-1256 for your free estimate today. We are here for you. Veteran owned and operated.
My takeaway today on this awesome Victory Monday is a couple twofold, and it's with the NFL. First of all, the owners, you couldn't put the 3 games on Friday on on Christmas, just on regular TV. It had to be on Peacock, had to be on the NFL
Netflix.
Network. You couldn't put it on ESPN, TBS, TNT. I mean, something out there where just everybody could watch. They weren't very good games to begin with.
And one of them was on Paramount.
Yeah.
One
No.
of the games over the weekend was on
Oh, it
Paramount.
was? I thought it was Peacock. All right, well, maybe
There was a
Yeah.
Peacock.
I think there was a Peacock, a Prime, a
Paramount,
Netflix, a
Yeah.
Paramount.
Like, I get you're trying to grow, but it just feels greedy to the average person.
Definitely.
'Cause
You
it
know,
is,
like, what are
yeah.
you doing? And then you throw in, like, the refs have sucked this year. Something's
Including
weird.
yesterday.
Yeah, including yesterday, on both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, Sauce Gardner's allowed to grab anybody
Right.
and hit anybody and grab. It's just unbelievable. But you look at the game, the Pitt and the Browns game. Before that game, you just knew the Browns were going to win. And you knew that next week their matchup with the Ravens is going to be on prime time, and it's for the division, and it's just now is it coincidental? I'm sure it is, but it just seems so shady. It seems so shady the way that things have gone on this year, and especially with the refs. So they got to do something about the referees. I don't know what they got to do, but they are bad across the board. They've been bad all year long, not just for us Jaguars and our team, but it feels like across the board there's always a weird call. Like and this doesn't make sense. The Downs catch, his right foot clearly came off the ground. Clearly, you could not even say that he had the ball secured at all. It was like a millisecond where the tip of the football was touching his neck and the tip of the right toe was just about touching the last millisecond or millimeter of the ground. You know what I mean? Oh, no, that's the catch. It just seems so shady to me. So I tell you what, that's the takeaway today. Like, look, we're enjoying it because the Jags are winning, but, man, it better not come down to some BS ref call that gets us out of a game or out of the playoffs. And that's my takeaway today, brought to you by J-Dog, Junk Removal and Hauling.
I mean, think back to 2017. Look,
Miles Jack was down.
Right. Yeah. Like, if the refs had called that right, who knows what ends up happening. Yeah. Maybe the Jaguars beat the Patriots, and maybe the Jaguars beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl. We'll never know.
You never know.
Yeah, I will say I really like Greg Olson, though. He's one of my favorites to listen to in the booth. And he was like, that's not a catch. I mean, they were like, I didn't see it. Did you see it? And then they bring, like, the rules analyst in, and he even said initially no. And then he goes, well, maybe, like, his foot was still a little
Mike
bit.
Pereira, it's not a catch. Like, if you can watch it from home that quickly and tell you it's not a catch, like, come on, refs.
But you could take a picture of anything and the right angle, and it could show you the three different things. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But clearly those angles showed that right foot came off the ground. He did not have that secured, and that was terrible. That was a terrible call.
It was a very bad call, and I thought it was so obvious. And I was like, good job, Liam, for throwing the challenge flag. Obviously, they're going to overturn this.
Phil, go nuts.
Same. I was like,
Philip Rivers with his chatting with DeWan.
He was so mad.
Yeah.
Cheeks are shaking all over the place.
Liam got the flag, or he threw the flag in plenty of time before you snapped the football there, big guy. And then, when he went back and forth with DeWan Smoot, he drives me nuts.
Sauce is also he's a very handsy corner. He gets away with it a lot.
He gets away with a lot of stuff.
That was a thing I remember seeing with the Jets a lot, where people are like, oh, he's like a top 3 corner. Right. And everyone's like, yeah, because he gets away with grabbing everybody all of the time. Any corner can be successful if you're not getting called for those PIs.
Yeah.
But
there was a call in the Houston game. Chargers got a sack. They had a defensive contact or something. It was just he hit him. I mean, they touched, but it just seemed so.
Yeah, the roughing the passer.
Yeah, it was illegal contact.
Terrible.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly think you could watch every game. We could talk about the game last night at different times when you just throw your hands up and you're like, I don't know what they're looking at and what they're seeing versus what we are seeing. All right, so if the playoffs started today, if the season was over today, which we know it's not, there's another week 18, but you would have in the NFC the 49ers at the Panthers. This is, I'm guessing, assuming the Panthers are beating the Bucs.
Yeah.
The Rams at the Eagles, which that would be sensational.
That'd be a great one.
The Packers at the Bears, so we would have obviously round 3 of that game. And then in the AFC, and that's of course also with the Seahawks having the number 1 overall seed, that could change because the 49ers and the Seahawks play each other this weekend. And then in the AFC, the Broncos as of now would have the number 1 overall seed, and they'd have the bye. And then you'd have the Texans at the Steelers. Go Steelers! And for me, the Chargers at the Jaguars. Interesting. And then, of course, the Bills at the Patriots. So you'd have rematches of both the Chargers and Jaguars. It would be the second time they've played, and then the third time that the Bills and Patriots would have played.
Well, this is what I'm going to hope, is the Ravens beat the Steelers, and it's the Ravens in the playoff, and the Ravens beat the Texans in the postseason.
There you go. They'll have a better chance, I think, you know. I like that Buffalo and New England in that scenario knock each other out, get rid of one of them. That'd be good. I don't know how. Look, you saw the graphic over the weekend, the weakest schedules. Mm-hmm. New England's like number 1. Yeah. San Fran's number 4, I think. No, Chicago was number 4, 3. Yeah. There was, I don't forget the 5, but it was interesting how a lot of the teams were winning records. So how good are the Patriots? I think they're good. Don't get me wrong. They're going to be a tough
putting
out.
up almost 50.
Yeah, they're going to be
doing
a tough
something
out.
right.
Yeah, Drake May's good, and their defense is pretty good, but it'd be nice to get them out of the way. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Look, again, you look at the top teams in the AFC. We're clearly one of them.
Absolutely. Which is like, that gives me goosebumps that we're able to say this on December 29th.
I truly believe that. But the caveat or the asterisk is they got to play a clean game for me to really believe that. I don't think if they play a sloppy game like yesterday against a hot playoff team, whoever it may be, they're not going to win that game. They won't come back. I don't think they will. But if they play their game, without question. In the AFC, at least, they can win.
Who's playing better than Trevor Lawrence right now?
Drake
Josh
May's
Allen,
probably one of them.
Drake May.
Yeah. Or just say they're playing. I don't know if better is the right word, but
in the AFC.
Yeah, in the AFC. And that's what it comes down to. By the way, I mentioned December 29th. Today's my mom's birthday, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Mom got to celebrate over the weekend because they went out to North Carolina yesterday, so they're going to spend the week in North Carolina.
Cool.
And it's snowing where they are.
Both of your parents are December?
Wow.
Yes.
Because your dad's December
yes.
also. Yeah.
So that means December is always a very expensive month for me because I've got both the birthdays and Christmas.
That's right.
You are correct in that, Taylor. It's also her birthday month as well. All right, reminder to everybody, be listening for the Blitz the Bank Sounder, and we're giving away tickets, tons of tickets throughout this week, so be sure to hit us up on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 904-641-1010 when you hear that, and we will be giving away a lot of tickets. And then also a reminder, head out to the Frangie Show with Hayes and Hacker. That comes up today, 4 to 6 p.m. The Strings in Jack's Beach, Strings Sports Brewery in Jack's Beach. They'll have the registry box there, and they're giving away 2 pairs of tickets per hour. So make sure that we blitz the bank as the hated Titans come to town this Sunday. Keep it right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
This Sunday, we blitz the bank. All week long, listen for the Blitz the Bank Sounder and text the keyword BLITZ for your shot at tickets to see the Jags take down the Titans.
641-1010.
It's a Jags ticket blitz. Let's fill the seats and blitz the bank.
It's an all-out blitz
all week on 1010XL. Or buy tickets now at jaguars.com/tickets.
This is Helmets and Heels.
Fought for you by Green Law Group on 1010XL.
Really want to light up the night this New Year's Eve? Superior Fireworks on Blanding Boulevard has something for everyone on any budget. Their holiday sale is happening right now. Shop early and save big on their massive selection of quality fireworks. Don't get stuck with the same old this year. Let Superior Fireworks help you customize an amazing celebration. With fountains, shells, repeaters, and grand finale racks. Visit the store in Orange Park or online at SuperiorFireworks.com.
It's a Big Chief Tire Monday. The local Jacksonville shop for fair prices and service you can trust.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to FloridaHomeAC.com/careers to find out more.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On December 29, 1982, Alabama head football coach Paul Bear Bryant ended his coaching career with a win in the Liberty Bowl.
Blitz.
How good is that? How good is that?
Bang.
How good is that?
Text BLITZ to 641-1010 now.
At Hollis Pools, building a pool is personal. We sit down with you, listen to your vision, and bring your backyard dreams to life right here in Northeast Florida. Working with us doesn't feel like working with a contractor. It feels like working with family. Every Hollis Pools project supports Project Savior Outdoors, helping bring hope to our veterans. Visit HollisPools.com. Hollis Pools, your vision, your pool, your escape. License number CPC 1461233.
This bowl season, upgrade your game plan with a visit to Burlock & Barrel, Duval's first distillery dedicated solely to whiskey, right in the Brooklyn Riverside neighborhood. Stop in to see how we turn local grains into small batch whiskey, earning awards at every competition. Book a tour, settle in for a tasting, or escape the scoreboard for a bit at our full whiskey bar. Whether your team's winning or character building, at least your whiskey can be solid. At Burlock & Barrel in Riverside or burlockandbarrel.com.
I used to dread going to the dentist. Every visit felt like a sales pitch with constant upselling, surprise fees on my bill, and I could never get in when I needed to. But Harbor Dental Care? Totally different. They saw me the next day, gave me honest pricing up front, and even set me up with a payment plan I could actually afford. No pressure, no surprise charges, just kind people who get it. If you want to experience dentistry the way it should be, book your appointment today at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
The best financial move you can make this time of year? How about lowering your mortgage rate to 4.99% fixed APR, the lowest rate in years? How about getting up to $500,000 out of your home equity in the process? You can do it now by calling Loan Pronto. Hey, it's Prosser here, and with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can get a ton of cash, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and skip up to 2 house payments. One homeowner just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Wiped out their credit cards and 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. So don't wait. No hard credit pull up front, and you probably won't even need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Act now. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Start the new year by wiping out your high-interest debt. 904-999-1508. And you can see how much cash you can get today. That's loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, APR for well-qualified buyers. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
The new Ackerman Cancer Center is now open at World Golf Village, providing state-of-the-art screenings and diagnostic exams with no referral required. Same-day appointments are available. Call today or visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
5, 4, 3, 1.
Taylor Dahl, Tom McManus, Aaron Williams, filling in for RJ Saunders. I'm Lauren Brooks with you. We were waiting, Aaron, to see if this was the Pat McAfee song, but it is not. It is just a normal song.
Janet.
Yes. Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson.
Yes, definitely not Pat McAfee.
No.
All right, time now for Taylor's Tangent.
Now, Taylor's Tangent, served up by Chick-fil-A on 1010XL.
So going to be a very thrilling final week 18 in the NFL. A lot of decisions will be made this weekend when it comes to divisions, when it comes to draft order, when it comes to seeding. And I think even when you go into some of the looks of what Coach of the Year and MVP and some of those things that you're seeing all the odds come out for right now. But obviously several actually coming down to this weekend when it comes to the AFC, the number 1 seed in general. We mentioned that a little bit earlier. But the division-wise, when you're talking about the number 1 seed in the NFC also, because that will come down to this weekend too. But the AFC North, we mentioned that it'll be the Ravens and the Steelers. It's funny because I remember when we went back and we were burying our, certain teams, and we were trying to decide like which team in the AFC do we trust. And at that time, I think the Ravens only had like 3 wins, but I was like, I still feel like the Ravens, once Lamar gets healthy and they get going, is to me one of the teams that I trust the most. And now here they are, possibly getting into the post.
I get so frustrated that the Jaguars didn't select Derrick Henry. Like every time I watch him, he played for the Titans obviously for so long now with the Ravens.
Beast.
Yeah, 4 rushing touchdowns, over 200 yards.
Yep.
Stiff arming guys still.
Yes. Like just,
so good.
He's just a beast, yeah.
Yeah. So the AFC North title is up for grabs. AFC South title, we know that. The Jags in Houston. So everybody paying a lot of attention to those 2 games this weekend. The Texans have been playing really good football too down this final stretch. The NFC South title, this one, I don't know if anybody would have predicted this is what it's coming down to.
I don't think either one wants
it. The Bucs are falling apart.
All 3 could have 8-9 records.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
At this point in time. By the way, the Texans finished playing host to the Colts. We obviously are very familiar with the Colts.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to trot out Phillip Rivers for the final game or if they're going to try and put Riley Leonard in. I'm not sure, but I don't know that the Colts can beat the Texans, unfortunately.
No, they're not going to beat the Texans.
Yeah.
That defense will kill them.
Yeah. That
you might not want to put Phil out there. He might get
might be like, I don't want to go out there.
Yeah. Phil, your ball. No, give it to Riley.
Guys, I'm going to retire again
My
this
hip hurts
time
a little.
for good.
The NFC West title, that one's in that division, super interesting too. When it comes to Seattle, obviously 13-3, San Fran 12-4. So if Seattle loses and San Fran wins, then San Fran would win the division. So that one's crazy too. A lot going on when it comes to that. And then the number 1 overall pick, the Raiders right now would have the number 1 overall pick. There's other teams when it comes to the Jets, the Titans, and the Cardinals who all have 3-13 records. And so if those teams all lose and for whatever reason the Raiders decide to win, things could get kind of shaky when it comes to that number 1 overall pick. That's very interesting. Another thing, the Chiefs. This is crazy to talk about when the Chiefs are talking about their draft position at this point in time.
It's funny you mentioned that. I looked at a mock draft today because I was curious as to what route they would have the Chiefs going, who as of right now pick 9th overall. And I don't think the Chiefs will win again. So at this point in time, I feel like that's where they'll end up picking, if not
top
a little
10
bit higher.
for sure.
Although the Chiefs are at the Raiders, and the Raiders aren't any good, like you mentioned, but I feel like the Chiefs have just completely given up. But what I saw
and
was
Lewickin starting at quarterback.
Yeah, she's not serious. It's Chris Alatikin, but who is a quarterback, but So they had, in the mock draft I looked at, which was CBS Sports, they had the Chiefs at number 9 overall taking Jeremiah Love, Notre Dame running back.
I don't want that. I don't want that.
I feel
don't
like
want to watch it, but it would be fun.
I feel like that's really helpful for the Chiefs. A guy like
big
that.
time. Yeah, that's something they've been trying to look for. Their drafts have not been good. I was looking at some recent Chiefs drafts for them, and I feel like the reason they are in the position that they haven't been able to hit on the wide receiver. They've struggled with that. Their running backs have been up and down, but they just haven't really majorly hit with that. So they have a lot of issues. But the final one too of this to pay attention to this weekend is the Coach of the Year race. When you talk about odds right now, according to DraftKings, Kyle Shanahan has moved up. He's now the leader with the best odds for that Coach of the Year. Behind that right now is Liam Cohen at number 2, and then Vrabel at 3, Ben Johnson right behind that. So this weekend could kind of do that. I think a lot of people, Kyle Shanahan, what he's been able to do with the amount of injuries that they've had all season, and it just feels like no matter what, they keep winning. Brock Purdy's looking the best he's looked in a really long time. But I just still feel like, to me, when you're looking at Liam Cohen and what he's done, when we talk about flipping that record, you have to look at that.
Yeah, to me, Liam's number 1. You got to give Ben Johnson some love. What he did for Chicago, very similar. Liam a little bit better. Vrabel, look, he's been a head coach, but it's still remarkable what he's done with New England. San Fran's interesting because they were just kind of quiet for a while. You're like, they're kind of beat up. But then you're like, wait, they're 7-4. Now they're 8-4. Now they keep winning 9-4. And they're like, wait a minute. And now they're playing really good football. If they beat Seattle, that's going to be a pretty incredible season for the San Francisco 49ers, where they were and where they are today. But I don't think
without Bosa and Warner.
Yeah, right. Good call. I don't think that warrants stepping over Liam for head coach of the year, but that's a pretty strong candidate, and he's been able to keep that team together.
I don't want this team to get any respect, right, nationally. So don't.
They play better mad. So.
Yes, don't give Liam Cohen the honors. Lean into it. I saw yesterday Alex Smith on the ESPN pregame show said the Jaguars have the most dangerous offense in the AFC. I thought about tweeting it, and I was like, no.
Don't say it.
No, we do not want them to get any word of any respect coming their way. All right, we've got lunch to give away.
We do. Free lunch to Chick-fil-A. Give us a call at 641-1010, and let's say caller number 3, you get free lunch to Chick-fil-A today.
We're just giving away so much this weekend. Yes, it is so good. All right, more to do on the other side. Keep it right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Get everything you need to know for your weekend on Pre-Game Friday.
We've saved the best for last.
Who's in, who's out, who's on Upset Watch. And I like it. Pre-Game Friday, built by Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
This is Helmets and Heels.
Fought for you by Greenlaw Group on 1010XL.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey. Look, I was recently talking with Patrick and the team at Apex Roofing and Contracting, and even in a tough economic year, they wanted me to say thank you. Guys, Apex is locally owned, and they truly appreciate every homeowner and business owner who trusts them with roof repairs, replacements, or construction projects this year. So from the entire Apex crew and from me, happy holidays to all of our listeners, customers, and clients. And remember, for quality work from a team that cares about our community, that's ApexRoofingFL.com.
Big Chief Tire Monday on Helmets and Heels.
It's December. You need cash. You also need a new Kia Fast. At Kia on Atlantic, you can get both because it's our year-end cash bash. And during the Kia Season of New Tradition sales event, make no payments for up to 6 months or take advantage of 0% APR. Hurry and get to the year-end cash bash. Call 904-250-0587.
If fishing is in your DNA, hop in the boat with Captain Kevin. It's the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show, brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss and Royal Pest Services.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
This holiday season, sending a floral arrangement from Kuhn Flowers is a classy move, no matter who it's for. This is Frank Frangie. Kuhn Flowers is the most respected name in the floral business. Find out why when you go to kuhnflowers.com and order an arrangement today.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Monahan Jewelers is ending the year with up to 40% off the entire store. Special savings on designer brands and some items marked at 50 to 60% off. We've been adding new merchandise throughout the holidays, and with interest-free financing on any purchase, it's easy to get a beautiful piece for a low monthly payment. Certified diamonds and engagement rings are our specialty. Support your local family jeweler for 48 years. It's our end-of-the-year sale with up to 40% off our entire inventory and some items marked at 50 to 60% off. Visit Monahan Jewelers and
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your National Builder of the Year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. Thank you for trusting us for 55 years of custom welding fabrication and vehicle towing accessories. When you need a trailer hitch for the family car, a gooseneck for the company truck, or even RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We can do a bumper hitch, fifth wheel hitch, anything for safe, reliable towing. Come to Cannons of Jacks, where service is our #1 priority and we treat our customers as we like to be treated. Check us out online, cannonsofjacks.com.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. We always talk about Honda, Triumph, so many great bikes, but Aprilia from Italy is also a beautiful line.
It is absolutely gorgeous, and it is a fine sport bike. It's one that when you take your helmet off, you're never frowning. You're always smiling.
So if you want to treat yourself to something really special on the road, that's a line they should look into?
Absolutely, and we've got them in stock and ready to roll.
All right, make sure you check them out. They are on Atlantic near Regency. CyclesofJacksonville.com is a great place to go, or check out their Facebook page at Cycles of Jacksonville.
Merry Christmas from 1010XL.
This is Robin Sidbury from Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. Family owned and operated since 1986. We'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a happy, safe, and prosperous New Year from our family to yours.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is former NFL quarterback David Garrard. If your knees have taken a beating and you're finally ready to do something about it, then let Southeast Orthopedic take a look. Come on, do your knees a favor.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. Trevor Lawrence scored twice running the football in the Jaguars' win against the Colts. His 9 rushing touchdowns this season are tied for 9th most in the NFL and 4th most in the AFC, regardless of position. They are 2nd most in the NFL among QBs, trailing only Bills quarterback Josh Allen. The Jacksonville Jaguars will host the Tennessee Titans in their final regular season home game on Sunday. The NFL has announced, should the Jaguars win that contest, they will be crowned AFC South champions. Right now, 73 degrees at 3:02, time and 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
.1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
I'm all the way in blue jeans, smoking on some new green, changing up the routine.
I'm sorry, I can't. It's
weird.
It's awful. It's absolutely awful. And it's not because I dislike his personality. This is Pat McAfee, in case you're just now tuning in with his new song, Dookie. I didn't know that he did any music But now I learned that today, and I'm sad I did.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who told him that was good to put out there. Like, don't you have advisors or something? Pat, that's really awful. Don't put it out
or
there.
just listen to it yourself and be like, maybe I should not put this out into the public.
Unbelievable.
That might have been a better just garage recording session that never makes it to the world of Spotify. But once I saw his name pop up, I was like, I at least have to listen to it so that if someone asks me, I can say, I have heard it, and it is absolutely 100% terrible. Taylor Dahl is here, Tom McManus, Aaron Williams filling in for RJ Saunders. I'm Lauren Brooks with you. Time now for Lauren's Lane.
Now, Lauren's Lane. Opened up by Closets by Design. Imagine your home totally organized.
What I've got for you two today, we are massive, massive fans of one Quinn Ewers and one Justin Herbert. This week, we need the Miami Dolphins to take down the New England Patriots, and we need the Chargers to upset the Broncos. Actually, I say upset. I don't know what the line is in that game at this moment. I'll look it up in a second. But Quinn Ewers, look, he's not playing so bad. The Dolphins
Game one was bad. This last weekend was better.
Right.
Week one, but it's their first time out there.
Correct. And so I need both of those things to happen. I know Tom doesn't necessarily want the number one overall seed, but I would love the bye.
I mean, look, if they get the number one overall seed, it's fantastic that they get it. I just personally don't want to sit a week.
I totally get
I'd
it.
rather
And they're going to get, by the way, a lot of attention if they're the number one overall
No doubt. And the respect card goes out the window, so you can't play that anymore. So I don't know. I'd rather have them not. I think Miami will have a tough time with New England. I think the Chargers can beat the Broncos. I don't see Miami beat New England, but I think the Chargers could beat the Denver Broncos, but you would expect the Broncos to win that one, I guess. Miami's, got a surge.
Broncos are 7.5-point favorites over the Chargers as we sit here today.
I might take the points on that one. Yeah, that seems high.
Yeah, think about your wild cards there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Broncos, I would have expected to be more like 4-point favorites over the Chargers.
All right, who don't you want the Jags to play in the opening round? Let's just throw it out there. Like out of
the Texans.
The Texans.
Number one, or the Bills. They're probably like 1 and 1A for me. The Bills defense doesn't scare me as much as the Texans does, but the Bills offense obviously scares me with just what Josh Allen can do. I don't know that the Jaguars have faced a quarterback outside of Patrick Mahomes, obviously, earlier in the season, though, that has as much dual threat ability as Josh Allen.
Yeah. To me, I go Texans just because the division games are just they scare me in general, but also the defense has been good all season long, and now the offense is clicking, and that's something that you don't want to see happen. It's happening for them just at the right time, like it's been happening for Jacksonville too. Their winning streak's longer than the Jacksonville Jaguars' win streak by that one game, and because of the game against each other. So it scares me a little bit with that. But yeah, I think Bills are right behind that too, just because Josh Allen, he's a pro. He's been in the playoffs a lot. We haven't seen them. You haven't seen them totally, play it. Coin tosses have lost games for them pretty much, and so I do think they'll have a little extra fire heading into the postseason.
What about Baltimore if they get in? Would you be worried about them at all?
Absolutely. Yeah. Derrick Henry is a monster.
And talk about mobile quarterback.
Yeah, and then obviously Lamar Jackson with the dual threat, and the Ravens always have a really stout defense too. Yeah, so I would still say
I'm on cue.
Derek's like I'm
par because New England. I don't know yet. I know they're a very good football team, and I think we can match up pretty well. Buffalo and the Texans, I think. I don't know how I'd put them in order because Josh Allen. Now, you watch the game Sunday. I mean, the weather was awful.
Yeah, it looked terrible.
He struggled to the end, and then I know they didn't pull it out, but at the same time.
Josh Allen missed a wide open receiver for the 2-point conversion to beat the Eagles. But yeah, that's a dangerous football team. I think
Eagles are tough too now.
We look at the Chargers as like, yes, that's a good matchup for the Jaguars based off of the most recent meeting between these two teams, and then obviously
several
playoff history
several
and how Justin Herbert kind of collapses against the Jags. But that's still I can give you a storyline for all of them as to why they're in the playoffs at this point in time. Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. I mean, talk about a good pass rush. There's one.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
But if the Ravens are in, the Steelers are out.
Yeah,
so you have to pick your poison. Yeah.
So would you rather the Ravens be in or the Steelers? Like, who do you think you'd beat?
I think the Jags would match up better against the Steelers than the Ravens.
Yeah.
But it also helps to have played these teams in the regular season.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
I would have wished that the Jaguars had played the Patriots in the regular season this year.
Yeah.
I love that the Jags played the Broncos at Mile High and went toe to toe with them, obviously, and then ended up winning.
And the Chargers.
Yeah, and there was
Yeah.
only a field goal by each side in the fourth quarter of that Jags Broncos game.
Yeah.
That's all there was.
I saw a stat when it's talking about the Patriots, that the Patriots, the Giants have more wins over 500 teams than the Patriots do, and the Giants only have 3 wins.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because, like we talked about, their schedule's easy. The Patriots haven't lost on the road this season at all. Their 2 losses have come at home.
Wow.
Their first loss way back when to the Steelers, September 25th.
Yep.
Sorry, September 21st. The last time that the same time the Broncos had last lost before the Jaguars beat them.
You know, it feels like New England kind of feels like. Remember our Jags in Del Rio's second year, 04? They went 12-4. But you didn't feel like they were that strong of a team. It was just kind of weird. I don't know what it was. Was it a easier schedule? I can't remember what the strength was. But it didn't feel like they were going to go into the playoffs and wreak some havoc. And I think they were one and done. I think they got beat in the first round.
I think so.
Right? And that was over. That was when Jack went with Leftwich instead of David Garrard.
Yeah.
He should have went with David. I remember harping about that. David had the hot hand. I mean, he led him to that record, but it just didn't feel like they were as strong as their record. Whereas 07, they felt really strong. You know what I mean? Like that was a really good football team. But that's how I feel about New England.
Yeah,
you know,
me
like
too.
I think if they get going, they could cause some problems. But if you smash them early, you know, I think you can bring them down a little bit. But look, that's what playoff football is all about. I mean, that's the most exciting part of the NFL is playoff football. I mean, there's just nothing.
Well, in
nothing
week
like
18, when it's for whether it's the number one overall seed or whether it's for the division, like that. This week is get your popcorn for a lot of the games, not all of them. I mean, there's 16 teams that are already eliminated in the NFL. So a lot of these games aren't coming down to that, but they are coming down to who's going to have what draft order. Right?
I was about to say, we're a year away from being like, oh, we get the 5th pick or the 4th pick. So nice to not be talking about
No
that.
doubt.
Right
Yeah,
No
and
doubt about
especially playing well when you don't have a first round pick in
Yeah.
2026. So that is good
true.
news as well.
Not yet, anyway.
Have fun with the 32nd pick, Browns.
I love that. Going back to the Texans, I remember one of my pests of the day right after the draft was the Texans because they took 2 of those rookie receivers that we loved
Jalen Noel,
pre-draft. Yeah, Higgins and Knoll. And then what did they do? They just lit up the Chargers.
Yeah, I tell you what, if Joe Mixon was playing for the Texans, playing the way he was playing
very
before,
scary, yeah.
it'd be an interesting team right now. You know, Stroud can be had. He those 2
Absolutely.
touchdowns, those look like breakdowns to me. I mean, he made the throw and they made the catch, but it wasn't anything dynamic. I think he could be had, and you could maybe hurt the run game, but that defense will keep them in pretty much every single game.
That's how they are that's how they made the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously, their
Yeah,
defense.
man.
A couple programming notes for you. Tonight at 5:30, you'll hear the pregame on the 10:10 a.m. stream between Florida and Dartmouth in men's basketball. That game tips off at 6. That will be carried on 10:10 a.m. And then on Wednesday, both on AM and the AM stream, we've got at 2 o'clock the Sun Bowl featuring Arizona State and Duke. And then at 6:30, the college football playoff game in the Cotton Bowl between Miami and Ohio State. There at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Cannot
That's gonna
wait
be
for
fun.
that one.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yes.
I have to go
What's the
guys,
spread?
I
That's one
hate
of
it.
our picks this week, right?
Yes.
What is the spread on it? Do you remember?
Yes. Surprisingly, Miami is a 9.5-point underdog to Ohio State. 9.5 points.
That's pretty crazy, actually.
I mean, if you watch the Miami first round of the playoff game,
Yeah.
I can understand, I suppose, the spread because it took forever for Miami
Anybody
to
to
score a
score.
touchdown. Yeah, let
Anybody.
alone
Right.
either team.
Yeah, I feel like that game is going to be a who wins the trenches type of game because you're talking about Ohio State defensive side of their defensive line and Miami's offensive line. You talk about the best of the best at those 2 sides. So I could see it being that type of game, which is why I feel a little surprised that the line's that big.
Yeah, I mean, Miami's defense limited Texas A&M to 30 points in that game.
Yeah.
But, by the way, I would be so upset if I got a home playoff game. If you're the Aggies, you get a home playoff game and your team scores 3 points.
Yeah, no kidding.
And again, it took Miami forever to get that touchdown in that. Oh, yeah. We watched that one in Denver. All right, more to do on the other side. Keep it right here. It's a Big Chief Tire Monday. You can find them online at WeKeepJacksRollin.com. Apartment Family has been around for a long time. That's why they have 6 locations around town, and they do such quality service, whether you need tires, brakes, wheel alignments, oil changes, whatever you need, find them at WeKeepJacksRollin.com. It's 1010XL 92.5 FM.
It's D-Rock's deep dive into Jacksonville football.
Hey, where's your sense of adventure? Mike DeRocco with Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony every Thursday on Jaguars Today. Opened by Lee and Kate's Glass on 1010XL.
Helmets and Heels
from the Greenlaw Group Studios.
This is Dave Barker with IHRS. Are you frustrated with those trendy pills and lotions that claim to make your hair thicker and fuller? Tired of your hair falling out? Our hair restoration solutions have helped over 10,000 men and women restore their hair in as little as 2 office visits.
Call 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477 or go to hairforme.com.
Hey guys, Taylor Dahl here of Helmets and Heels. The Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is a holiday tradition that's back for another season. Hand-spun the old-fashioned way, this festive peppermint-flavored milkshake is made with Chick-fil-A ice cream dessert and features chips of crunchy peppermint bark. It's minty, merry, and topped with whipped cream and cherry when served in stores. Order in the Chick-fil-A app today.
It's a Helmets and Heels Big Chief Tire Monday.
Hey, folks, it's Frank Frangie. Now, I've been telling you about my daughter, Amber, and she's been telling you how much weight she's dropped with Awaken 180. It's hard to believe. Even in football season, even when she hangs out with her friends, and even when she tailgates and does all that stuff, she's still losing weight. You can even drink alcohol. Can you believe that? Well, Awaken 180 shows you how to swap calories, not flavor. You have to be disciplined, but they make it easy. Amber and I talk about this all the time. She can't believe how easy it is, and she's so excited about it. But what I will tell you is it's really working. I see how excited she is. I see the look on her face. I see how her self-esteem has changed and her confidence. It's one of the greatest things that's ever happened with my daughter, and it means that much to me. Now, Awaken 180 programs are reimbursable with your HSA or FSA, and those HSA dollars expire December 31st. Don't leave money on the table. Call Awaken 180 today and kickstart your transformation before the new year. Call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or go to awaken180weightloss.com.
Listening that fits your schedule perfectly.
Absolutely brilliant.
Go on demand.
Ad-free shows after the live shows end.
How about that? Channeled by
Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Search where you find podcasts.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron, totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens, also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings, and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
Look around and we know you've got options for gasoline, but those other places, they're not in the business of more. At Shell, that's what you get every day. Members get more rewards, more savings, more special offers. You'll even get 10 cents per gallon off of your first fill when you sign up and save on every fill after that. Choose to get more and more with every drive. Join the Shell Fuel Rewards program today at fuelrewards.com. Offer valid at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply. Visit fuelrewards.com for more information.
Now, the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
The vibe of the game showed that it would be gritty and not pretty in enemy territory for Jacksonville, but the Young Guns showed grace under pressure. In the second quarter, Trevor Lawrence would find the end zone on a 4-yard rush, making the score 10-7 with 5:38 left in the period. The Lawrence score is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Did you know that an annual coating inspection can extend the life of your building by years? Catching early signs like hairline cracks, fading, and moisture intrusion helps prevent costly repairs down the road and keeps your property looking its best. Our team at Performance Painting helps you stay ahead of maintenance with professional inspections and long-lasting coating solutions. Protect your building, protect your budget. Go to performance-painting.com to schedule a free inspection. Performance Painting, repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting. 1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Work it, make it, do it. Makes us harder, better, faster, stronger.
Taylor Dahl, Tom McManus, Aaron Williams filling in for RJ Saunders. I'm Lauren Brooks with you on this Big Chief Tire Monday, a victory Monday. 12 total this year, 12-4, 7 in a row. It is so fun to talk about a winning football team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's so exciting for the city.
Absolutely. You go to the grocery store and everyone's decked out.
Yeah, guy. I was at the gym in the morning yesterday because we've been gone all week. I just had to. I hadn't lifted weights for a week. I felt like a wet noodle. And so he approached, and I've seen him before, and he goes, you know what's great? I said, what? He goes, you see all the Jaguar gear everywhere. I said, that's what makes it special. That's what people don't get about this city. You know, when the Jags do well, man, it lights the city up, man.
When you were in Blue Ridge, Georgia last week, did you see any Jags fans?
I did. I saw one Jaguar fan walking down the street. I said, go Jags. They kind of looked at me funny, but no big deal. We were all like, go Jags. But just one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I told Joe when we were in Waynesville, North Carolina, that's like a place where a ton of Jacksonville people have second houses.
Yeah.
And so there were a ton of Jags fans.
Yeah.
And that was, right before Thanksgiving. So the win streak had begun, but we hadn't obviously beaten the Broncos. I will say, though, shout out to all the fans on our flights. There were probably 20 Jags fans on the way there and a little bit less than that on the way back, but because we came back Tuesday.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know how many were in the actual stadium, but you could hear some Duvals very late in that game.
Yeah, it's great.
Because the Broncos fans started obviously.
Yeah.
until
And then yesterday, the couple had the sign. We drove 840 miles or something from a small market team.
I love it.
We're all using it. I'm seeing that all around town.
Absolutely.
It's like, I was driving in from I-10 today, and I'm like, I saw the big church. It's on I-10. It says, we're a small market church or something like that.
Angie Subs did something with
Angie's
it, too.
did Sunrise Surf Shop did. Yeah, a lot of the places around town. All right, a good question for Liam Cohen. Since Trevor's been playing so well against the blitz, just why do defenses continue to blitz him?
I really appreciate Grant and Spence and Shane, all these guys, their attention to detail when it comes to our blitz plan and the amount of different ways that we were able to kind of beat the blitz. Yesterday, I thought you look at the second play of the game, that was a check to TJ on that drive, the outcut to Parker, that was a check. The run to DJ Dallas, that was a check. Those were all what we call toolbox plays, and those aren't in the play call. Like, those were not in the play call. That is Trevor using the toolbox that he has at his disposal each week based on the look that he's being presented and getting us into those plays. So that's preparation. It's, obviously those guys schematically having that plan and coming up with that plan and then giving him those looks throughout the week so that he's prepared for those looks and those moments and going out and executing it at a high level.
I mean, against the blitz, what we've seen Trevor been able to do, I think, is one of the biggest areas of his improvement in Liam Cohen's offense and in year 5. Over the last, he's been blitzed on over 45% of his dropbacks the last month. He is, thanks to Daniel Griffiths for this, 39 of 60, which is 65% completion, 588 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, and then a QB rating of 125, basically.
Yeah, the one play that Coach just mentioned to ETN, that was a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
I mean, he checked that. They let the free rusher come in, and he just snuck out. And by the way, his touch passes have gotten a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing to hear what he just said. Like, those aren't in the play call. So that means he's getting really, really comfortable with the offense, and he should only get better. I mean, he really should. Now, granted, things still have to work out. They got to block for him. They got to, everything's got to be on time and that kind of thing. But he's really getting, like you already called it. I think you said it, Taylor. It feels like it's Trevor's offense.
Yeah.
And that's what every coach wants.
Oh, yeah. And that's why I feel like a lot of the things that we were critical on of Trevor, which rightfully so in a lot of areas, almost every box is starting to get checked of at least seeing the improvement. And I think that the awareness of everything has been such a big thing. And that's what we talked about, the situational football and how he struggled in certain moments like that.
Even earlier this season.
Yeah, this year, 6-7 weeks ago, we were still having that conversation of, okay, the situational stuff, the accuracy, the overthrows, like some of those things that you wanted to start seeing get better. It's trending up, and it's not a fluke at this point because you're not talking about 2 games that he's done it, 2-3 games. There is this streak of probably 6-7 games that we're talking about now where Trevor's doing this and getting better every single week and playing his best football that we've seen and the most consistent football. So it's not a fluke. It's not like, oh, well, he did it a few times against bad teams. That's not the case anymore. He's doing it against good opponents, really good defenses, and it's really fun to watch because especially for someone like I was hesitant of, okay, by the end of the season, you've got to know what Trevor Lawrence is. And if he's fine, if he's good, that's fine. Like you can win football games with a good quarterback. I think we're starting to see better than good.
We're starting to see why they termed him generational. But again, he's not there yet. Like there's still ways that he can improve. But what we demanded of Trevor is to improve in the situational football. He has absolutely done that. And yes, throughout this season, and that's what I think we were trying to tell some people to be patient. Like the Trevor haters is what we term them. And it's the people who just had no faith in him whatsoever. You would always use the word, Taylor, of glimpses, or you would say the phrase, I need to see him play good
4 quarters.
Right, 4 quarters of good football. And I think now, if you still are a quote-unquote Trevor hater, then you're not watching.
No.
Like, this guy has improved right before our very eyes in this season. And to be able to understand this brand new offense with all the new pieces. Oh, by the way, he started the season with the number 1 wide receiver that was supposed to be a Brian Thomas Jr. and a Travis Hunter. And he's evolved to be able to make Parker Washington and Jacoby Myers his main targets. And obviously Brenton Strange was there then and is still there. But that's unbelievable to see all of that change and with the offensive line shuffles as well.
Well, I think and this goes for any star college player to the NFL, it just shows you how hard it is in the NFL. You can just show up in college because you're better than everybody. You can throw it farther. You're faster. Your receivers are open all the time. They're wide open. Nobody's hitting you too much. You know, and then you don't really have to think that much, right?
Sure.
And a lot of college offenses can be complex, but you can also simplify those things very easily with a really good quarterback. It just shows you how much the mental game matters in the NFL, especially at QB. I mean, look, prior to this run that he's on, he was inconsistent. He would show glimpses, and then he'd show poor play, and then his clock management was bad. His field management was a little bad, and then he wasn't seeing the backside safety. You know, they're just things.
Yeah.
He was missing routine throws.
Didn't tuck the football a lot of times.
Like ball security. How many guys have you seen have to dive for a routine throw this year? Not many. Yeah. But years past, it'd be like they'd have to stretch out to make like a 5-yard out, just inconsistent type throws. Yeah. But now even his completions are in the right spot. I'm telling you, when he's throwing the ball before they break, that just speaks volumes of what Liam has done for him and his upstairs capabilities.
Yeah.
Because that's trust. That's saying, look, man, I know you want to wait till they're open. I know you want to make sure they're open. But if you throw it in the right spot, they're going to be open. And that just takes a lot of practice and a lot of trust. So when you're out there doing it, you're not even thinking about it. And you go watch a few of his throws yesterday, money and on time and before they break, and it's absolutely beautiful.
And that's unstoppable for the most part, too.
Yeah,
if he puts the ball where it needs to go, and that's what he's done, he's improved a lot in accuracy. But it's also, to your point, it's decision-making, and it's the trust. And that's where I don't know that I've ever seen a player come into an offense mid-season and change the way that the offense was able to execute like Jacoby Myers.
has. Yeah, it's so much fun to watch. And like yesterday, even the broadcast was talking about the blocking side of the ability, his blocking ability, and he's just so good at everything he does, and he really did. And Brenton Strange, we talked about him coming back, really changed. You needed him back, and that was a big part of this offense too. But Jacoby just overall has made this. It feels like it just flows better. Yeah, everything just feels a little easier. And I felt like in that first half of the season, some things were going well, but it felt like it was hard. It was difficult to make these things. It was difficult to convert third downs. It was difficult to get once you were in the red zone to score. It feels easier now, and Jacoby's been a huge part of that.
Yeah, like a few things yesterday you'd want to take back in terms of Trevor's play, but overall it was good enough to win.
And that's every quarterback, right? Like even Matt Stafford, who's probably going to win the MVP. There's throws that he's
like we just said, Josh Allen. I mean, he struggled the other night.
Yeah.
I mean, he did. I mean, Philly really had his number.
Yeah.
Until the end where he started getting going, but even then wasn't able to close the deal. So it does happen, but the good outweighs the bad by far. No. Before it was like,
Right.
he'd have a really good game like KC. We're like, oh, man, it was great. What a great game. And then you'd be like,
and then you're like, what the hell was that?
What happened to the great game? But now he's putting them together. And I tell you, again, it's prep. It really is. It's the work. And one thing we knew about Liam from Tampa was he helped the pre-snap a lot. Like Baker said that in the offseason. Remember, he's like, he helped me simplify the pre-snap reads. And I think that's done wonders for Trevor. Well, along with everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you don't see
protection too.
Think about like mechanic wise. You don't see many of the sidearm throws. You don't see the thrown off the back foot.
Because they flipped his hips.
And he's driving the ball, right?
Yeah.
He's stepping into his throws. So,
right.
Again, I think it's and Liam just named all of them. It was Grant, Shane, and one other guy. I'm sorry, I don't have his name, but they're always on Trevor to make sure that he's on point, working on his mechanics, working on his craft, and you see it in the play. You really do. I mean, like, it's no different than Parker. You can tell Parker's worked on his game.
Mm-hmm.
There's no doubt. And that guy's playing with ultra confidence right now because he should. Because, A, Trevor trusts him. B, he's been really, really good. He catches pretty much everything.
Yeah.
He's running the right routes on time.
He does really good things after the catch, too, which has been...
Yards after the catch for both the Penn State guys, Parker Washington and Britton Strange. Spencer Whipple is the guy.
Okay, there you go. Oh, yeah, that's Coach Whipple's son. That's right.
Yep.
By the way, my girls have a huge crush on Brenton every
do, too.
time. Oh, my gosh. Whoa. And then when he scores, they go nuts. I mean, it's so funny.
I saw Lady in the
talking about that in the
store.
office earlier. I was like, I love Britton.
Yeah.
I saw Lady in the grocery store yesterday wearing a Britton Strange jersey.
There you go.
And I wanted so badly to be like, happy belated birthday, because it was Strange's birthday over the weekend or so. But I was like, she's not going to know what I'm talking about. And I'm just going to say, go Jazz, and let it go.
Hey,
I know she might be confused. She's like, or it was her birthday. She's
Credit the front office for recognizing what kind of player he is when letting Evan go.
Yeah.
And Evan wasn't going to fit here because he doesn't block enough. But just to say, like, it's Brenton's show now. We're going to bring in a guy or two to help block it up a little bit more. But other than that, this is him, and he's ready to take over the job. And he has, man. He's done a tremendous job.
He really has. I wondered why Hunter Long has been inactive the last few weeks. I looked,
I don't know.
Obviously, through the injury report, and he's not on it. So I
last play
sure.
was he dropped. Remember, he dropped that one touchdown. It would have been a touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that factors in. How about De'Ami Brown? Full uniform, just standing there on the sideline, not being utilized whatsoever. But again, they lost trust in him. He had too many drops over the middle.
But he still got in, at least, so that's the good news. That's one thing that I will say about this coaching staff. By the way, with the 23 points that the Jaguars scored yesterday, they now have 433 points on the season. That is a new single-season franchise record, passing the previous record of 417 points set in 2017.
Wow,
which was totally a defensive team, but they scored defensively all the time. All right, we will cool down on the other side. Keep it right here on Helmets and Heels on 1010XL 92.5 FM on a Big Chief Tire Monday.
From the Greenlaw Group Studios.
Helmets and Heels.
This Sunday, we blitz the bank. All week long, listen for the Blitz the Bank sounder and text the keyword BLITZ for your shot at tickets to see the Jags take down the Titans.
641-1010.
It's a Jags ticket blitz. Let's fill the seats and blitz the bank.
It's an all-out blitz
all week on 1010XL. Or buy tickets now at jaguars.com/tickets.
Frank Frangie here for Coyle Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Just recently, Cam Little was good from 68 yards to set an NFL field goal record. You know who else goes the distance? The team at Coyle Fencing. Coyle is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau and has been serving the Jacksonville community for nearly 100 years. From sleek aluminum fencing your HOA will love to tough chain link for your commercial project. Coyle does it all. Visit CoyleJacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com. Coyle Fencing, partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Helmets and Heels.
It's a Big Chief Tire Monday. The local Jacksonville shop for fair prices and service you can trust.
Frank Frangie here from my bank, South State Bank. South State has been committed to delivering world-class customer service that businesses like yours and mine can count on. From personalized support to cutting-edge banking solutions, South State Bank has blended the trusted traditions we all value with the innovation you need for tomorrow. Whether you're managing cash flow or investing in growth, South State Bank is here to help you move forward. Visit southstatebank.com or visit your local branch today. That's South State, member FDIC. Hi, it's Frank Frangie. You hear my buddies Dan and Jeff talk about that great food at Daly's Dash all the time. Jeff loves that Duval, and Dan loves the Boss. And they're right, both are terrific. But I can tell you they have so many excellent options at Daly's Dash. Salads and flatbreads and tacos and quesadillas, you name it. And of course, those fantastic subs and sandwiches. I just had the Italian sub. It is so good. The thing is, Daly's Dash is really committed to their food and committed to making it perfect for you. Everything is fresh, made to order every time. And there's so many Daly's locations in town, no matter where you are, there's one near you. I love to pop in and grab a sub at lunch, or maybe after a round of golf, or maybe even after calling one of those Jags games. There's never a bad time to stop into Daly's Dash and grab that great food. So head there today. Take it from Dan and Jeff, or take it from me. They say it's nicer here. It really is. And the food is delicious. Head to Daly's Dash today.
Blitz.
How good is that? How good is that?
Bang.
How good is that?
Text Blitz to 641-1010 now.
It's the Jaguars' final home game of the 2025 regular season, and you don't want to miss it. Join us for our Fan Appreciation Game as the Jaguars face off against the Tennessee Titans in a can't-miss division matchup. It's your chance to cheer on the team as they take the field in their Prowler throwbacks for one last time this season. Secure your seats now and be a part of the action. Go to Jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Julington Creek Pest Control has been serving our community since 1984. Our turf management program is an all-out blitz, granular fertilization, weed and insect control, keeping your lawn championship green all year. Quarterly pest control stops bugs before they ever cross your goal line. Family owned, locally operated, expert technicians, top quality products, no gimmicks, just winning results. Julington Creek Pest Control, our family serving yours since 1984.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
An interesting little note here that I just saw on Twitter. So the longest active streaks without scoring 30 points a game. Number one.
Not us.
Not us.
That's right.
Number one, the Raiders, 36 games since they've scored 30 points or more.
And some people try to tell me that Gardner Minshew was better than Trevor Lawrence.
There's probably still
They had
people
29 on us, right? When it
the
30
Raiders,
to 29.
yeah. So they
It
barely
wasn't overtime.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Cardinals are second. There's a big gap. So it's Raiders with 36 games. The Cardinals are next, 16 games. Commanders with 13. Falcons 11. Browns 9. Chiefs 9. That's the top five right now.
Wow.
I don't know what's more impressive. The fact that the Jaguars have so many games with over 30 points, like scoring obviously 23 yesterday was one of the lower figures that they've had in quite some time, or the defense and the takeaways.
Yeah.
Like if I had told you a year ago, Liam Cohen's going to take over the offense, Anthony Campanile is going to take over the defense, and these two things are going to happen, I don't know which one we would have picked as being more surprising. We also would have said, shut up, Lauren. There's no
You're
chance
crazy.
both of those things are happening.
Well, that's what I remember. Mike Dempsey, one of his preseason poll questions that he does, he had like, which of these things do you feel is most likely to happen? And it was like Trevor I think it was like Trevor breaks the Jacksonville touchdown record. Sack was I can't remember, somebody breaks the sack record again. It was Josh Hines-Allen. And then or it was one of them was the defensive takeaways, and I picked the defensive takeaways because because just the other things didn't seem realistic.
And there's
None of
nowhere
them
to go
did,
but up.
But I was like, I mean, you have to, and I think it was 7. Somebody would have to have 7 picks. Like one person had to have 7 by themselves.
Oh, okay.
And it was close. I mean, I guess Lloyd gets 2 this week, and you're there.
Possible.
But to even be having that discussion is kind of crazy, because I remember everyone on the text line calling in and be like, none of these things can realistically happen. And honestly, all of the things are very close to happening. So
other than the sack
one,
I would throw in the run defense too. I mean, they've been, and you know what? Credit Devon Hamilton. He's played really, really well. You don't see many other DTs out there other than Eric and him for the most part.
Yeah, and
on occasion,
I'm sure you've noticed too, Tom. Camp is starting to really mix up where he plays guys on that defensive line. Like Trayvon is playing
was
a lot inside.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh yeah.
Even I think Josh Hines-Allen has been moving around, right? And that's great.
Yeah. By the way, Trayvon did something yesterday, and it got me thinking. They work on this stuff all the time in camp. You know when they do the sleds, they jack the sled up and then they rip?
Yep.
Did you see what he did to Quentin Nelson?
Oh,
did you see that on that sweep or whatever it was? He took him, he jacked him up, and Nelson was like, whoa, like nobody's thrown me like that before. And then he went and made the play. That was really, really impressive.
Trayvon Walker doesn't have the stats right this season, especially too, like he missed a little bit of time. He had the injury and everything too. He's not going to end up with like the crazy sack numbers, obviously, either. That is a bad man on the football field.
Oh, yeah.
Like if I'm an offensive lineman, I'm more concerned about what Trayvon Walker might do to me and expose on film than anyone else on that defensive front.
Yeah.
He embarrasses people out there.
Yeah, he does. His power, his athleticism, his size, and his motor. You know, he's a quiet, mean guy, although lately he's been not so quiet, and he apologizes to his mom and his grandmother about his cuss words, but that was great. But he's been playing outstanding. There's no doubt about it. Our defense, listen, you don't lead the league in run defense without that front four playing well. They're just
but
unhappy.
Only 31 sacks. I think that's the surprising part is the takeaways and the run defense go hand in hand.
Yeah. Right.
But only getting to the quarterback and getting the quarterback down 31 times in a season that this defense is having, I think that part is honestly a little surprising.
They're like I think I mentioned it last week, a couple weeks. Their TFLs, tackles for loss, are ranked pretty high in the National Football League. So that's a little bit better than their sack ranking. So that just means they're wreaking some havoc up front.
Tackles for loss.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, man. They're getting after it. You got to credit. Our linebackers played well. Foye, again, had another 10-tackle, 12-tackle day. He just makes plays. And, it's funny, you talk about the Pro Bowl snubs. I looked at it last week with the inside backers, and both guys are very worthy of being Pro Bowl linebackers. There's a couple guys, though, that I didn't know the guy Jordan Brooks from Miami. He's had a phenomenal year. Yeah, the kid from the Browns, Schlesinger, I think.
Schlesinger,
is he a rookie or second-year player?
I think he's a rookie.
Yeah, he's had a phenomenal year. So there are a couple guys. The New York Jet guy's pretty good. Damian Sherwood, he's had a really good year. But I looked at Aluakin, and his passes defense were 10. His tackles were up there. His TFLs were up there. Not as many interceptions, but he's had a really good Pro Bowl type year. And then with Lloyd, with the 5 picks and the 1 for a touchdown, you think that alone would get him in, but maybe that, I don't know. You look at like
Cam Little for crying out loud, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, the only thing with Cam, and I forget who put it out there. I think it was Demetrius. He's like, well, since the bye, he's been perfect. But it's the whole year because he wasn't perfect there earlier on. He's done great now, and I love
There's
him.
no kicker I think
He's
you'd
clutch.
rather have
No.
than Cam Little right
No,
now. I know
not right
Brandon
now.
Aubrey makes some kicks, but he missed a couple too.
Yeah.
Hacker and I were talking about it last week, the snubs, and I was just like, it doesn't, if you're telling me that a team that at that time had 11 wins, now 12 wins, and is vying for the 1 seed, only Pro Bowler is their long snapper, then Liam Cohen definitely deserves Coach of the Year if that's the case.
Well, first of all, it's popularity.
I know. That's what I'm like, it doesn't even mean anything
Travis
anymore.
Kelce didn't have a Pro Bowl year.
Yeah.
Did he?
No way.
Absolutely.
But Joe Alt
Not
played
at all.
6
Not even
games. Look,
close.
Joe Alt was great in the games he played, but he played 6 games.
Right. So that's not worthy of a Pro Bowl year either.
Honestly, I've gotten to a point I could care less about the Pro Bowl and I could care less about the Heisman. Like, I don't think that those are nearly worth all the amount of time, especially the Heisman. The time and effort that people spend talking about it. I care way more about, like, let's see who's going to win the national championship. Let's see who's going to win the Week 18 in the playoff game.
For me, with the Pro Bowl, the one thing that kind of sucks, and I think the Jags, this has been an issue because it is Jacksonville, and I feel like
Small
people,
market.
when you talk about getting the votes and everything. But if you're going to, in the future, use Hall of Fame, when you're voting into the Hall of Fame using people's Pro Bowls, then it kind of sucks for them because they're like, use all pros, don't use Pro Bowls if it's going to be what it is right now. And then also just the case of players wanting to come here. And I think Liam Cohen and this coaching staff is players are going to want to come here now. But I do think that in the past, there's been times where it's like, well, I'm not going to get voted in the Pro Bowl in Jacksonville because look at Devin Lloyd and he's not there. So I think there's things that down the road you could be like, it affects other things. But the Pro Bowl, I mean, they're playing dodgeball or whatever.
Yeah, right. It's the Pro Bowl games, right? Well, the inside backers were Roquan Smith, who's a very good player, but he's
not great this year.
Not a great year, and then El Shahir.
Azeez El-Shahir.
Azeez El-Shahir from Houston. I like him as a player. Obviously, he's a little dirty, but he makes a lot. He does make a lot of plays. He's a good backer.
He got hurt in that game, and we were honestly excited. I never like to see players get hurt, but him. And then he came back in the game, and I was like, "Dadgummit."
He did not have a Pro Bowl year.
No.
Looking at a better year than both those guys.
Yes. Either way, y'all keep the respect. We'll just keep on winning. All right,
Blitz play mad.
Exactly. Blitz the Bank has begun. Of course, be listening to the sounder of Blitz the Bank on the 1010XL channels. And then, of course, you'll also have the chance to win at Strings today. Strings Sports Brewery, Hacker and Hayes are there from 4 to 6. The Frangie Show will be there, and they're giving away 2 pairs of tickets. So head to Strings, register in the registration box, and then, of course, text in when you do hear the sounder to the 1010XL text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. We are giving away 1 pair of tickets every hour today, tomorrow, and Friday. So just be listening, text in, and you will get to go to see the Jaguars play host to the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. And wear your Prowlers, by the way.
Oh, yes.
Final regular season home game for those. I don't know if the Jaguars get a home playoff game, can they wear the Prowlers? Do you know?
Why not?
Why not, right?
I guess. I don't know the rules. The NFL.
They're weird
rules.
about it.
Yeah. I'm sure somebody knows, so you can let us know. All right, one more segment to go. Keep it right here on a Big Chief Tire Monday on Helmets and Heels on 1010XL and 2.5 FM.
Helmets and Heels.
From the Green Law Group Studios.
Frank Frangie here. Big Chief Tire offers affordable quality tires for every type of vehicle. Whether you're looking for all-season tires, high-performance options, or something more budget-friendly, Big Chief has the perfect set to keep you rolling. Their expert technicians ensure your tires are installed quickly and safely so you can drive with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your appointment and check out their unbeatable tire deals today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
It's a Big Chief Tire Monday on Helmets and Heels.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnik Chevrolet wishes you and your family a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. The holidays are in full swing at Nimnik Chevrolet. Right now, they have up to 20% off a new Silverado or get financing rates as low as 0% on models including Silverado, Equinox, and Trailblazer during the Red Tag Sales event. Nimnik Chevrolet is the largest inventory on the ground, ready for you to explore. So shop online 24/7 at NimnikChevy.com or visit the dealership at Park and Cabot. Who's got more new vehicles at the best prices? Nobody but Nimnik Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Happy holidays, Googans. Santa Dan here. It's the holiday season, and that means hopefully more off time with the fam. Need a solid gift idea for the spouse or a specific family member? Beaches Dermatology can ensure that your special someone gets a great gift that won't break the bank and won't go hidden in a drawer. Botox, skin treatments, you name it, they have it. Take care of that spouse of yours this holiday season with a gift from Beaches Dermatology. Call today or go online at beachesdermatology.com.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and when the weather starts to shift a little bit, especially during the fall, you've got some really cool stuff from Honda Off-Road.
We do. It's the favorite time of the year for me. Nice little chill in the air. We've got some side-by-sides. We've got the ATVs. Of course, they're legendary dirt bikes. We've got it all.
And for the hunter?
Oh, we've got side-by-sides that work and play.
All right, so make sure you check it out. Showroom wide open for you on Atlantic near Regency. If you want to go off-road and have some fun, check out Cycles of Jacksonville.
The best financial move you can make this time of year? How about lowering your mortgage rate to 4.99% fixed APR, the lowest rate in years? How about getting up to $500,000 out of your home equity in the process? You can do it now by calling Loan Pronto. Hey, it's Prosser here, and with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can get a ton of cash, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and skip up to 2 house payments. One homeowner just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Wiped out their credit cards and 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. So don't wait. No hard credit pull up front, and you probably won't even need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Act now. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Start the new year by wiping out your high-interest debt. 904-999-1508. And you can see how much cash you can get today. That's loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, APR for well-qualified buyers. Visit NMLS, consumeraccess.org.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, Jason, I'm worried.
You? Really? About what?
Well, I like to have a little seasonal potluck. Invite some friends and neighbors and guys from the office. But if the food gets spicy and the party gets rocking and that old toilet in the two-piece can't handle the traffic, well, what if my drain backs up right in the middle of everything?
Dude, imagine you're wearing my sunglasses.
Okay. Shoomp.
Whoa. If you're planning to host a holiday party and a blocked household drain line threatens to ruin the whole thing, call us and tell us. The drain clearing experts at Bueller Air & Plumbing will unclog your drain for free.
You do that for free?
It's Christmas.
Yeah, but for free?
The holidays can get pretty hectic. If a clogged drain line threatens to ruin the whole thing, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Taylor Dahl, Tom McManus, Aaron Williams filling in for RJ Saunders. I'm Lauren Brooks with you on this Big Chief Tire Monday. Well, you alluded to this earlier, Tom, so I'll make it today's Pest of the Day. As always, brought to you by our friends at Terminix. You can find them online at Terminix.com. That's TERMINIX.com. They take care of all the pest control issues and needs at Everbank Stadium, VyStar Ballpark, VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena, and all of your favorite event venues around town, just like they do at our house as well, and they do a fantastic job. Well, the Pest of the Day, the refs in yesterday's Jags-Colts game. I thought they made some egregious errors, and at this point in time, when you're talking about the whole NFL script, it really does feel like the NFL wanted the Colts to win. And I don't know why, but that's what it felt like watching yesterday's game.
Grandpa was playing.
They love that storyline.
I know,
My
it
goodness.
was like,
with his
can we
10
stop?
kids and the fact that he's 44 and he's a grandfather and blah, blah, blah.
Honestly, I think it's the spread. The spread was 6.5. What did they win by? 6.
Which I heard that the line changed to only like 3 or 3.5 yesterday morning. I didn't look it up because we had already made our picks.
Yeah.
But that's
there
what I
were
had heard.
several games that the line dropped drastically when it was game time.
Tom's very glad that we picked it at 6.5 because that means that the Colts covered.
Yeah. Well, I just felt like it was going to be a tight game. I don't know why. It just felt weird.
Well, the Jags don't
early
always
in the
play
week,
well
too.
there. It's like the Colts don't win at Everbank. The Jags don't usually play well at Lucas Oil. I don't know why that is.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe
than
being indoors or something. But I strongly felt they'd win. I did that. I wasn't worried about them losing, but I thought it was going to be a little bit closer. But, a W's a W, and we'll take it. But I do think there's something to that, man. They know what the spreads are. Maybe not in our Jaguar game, but in other games. They know. They make calls. I mean, come on. There's no way on God's green earth that anybody in their right mind said that Downs was a catch. There's no way. There's not even an angle. They tried to do it at the last second, and then they went right back to the game, like you couldn't really look at it. It wasn't. The foot was up.
The Colts knew the way they were hurrying to get that playoff so quick, and then Phillip was so mad that they called it that he threw that challenge flag right before, and I'm like, he was so angry.
His cheeks are so chubby.
Talk about a temper tantrum. For someone who has 10 kids, he knows what it looks like, and he showed it off yesterday.
Right.
All right, let's head out to Strings right now.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Well, Hayes, the Jaguars pulled out the victory yesterday, got to 12 wins, and Liam Cohen looks like one very smart man.
Without a doubt, and now there's only one thing left to do, and that is blitz the bank this Sunday as the Jaguars get ready to host Tennessee with a chance to clinch the AFC South. So we're certainly looking forward to having a great party out here at String Sports Brewery at the Beaches on Penman Road. So coming out, we're going to be giving away Jaguar tickets all show. We're going to give out a pair around 450. We're going to give out another pair around 451. And then we're going to give out 2 more pairs in our final hour. So come see us. We're going to have a lot of fun. Frank's on vacation this week, but Hacker is here all week. So we're going to have lots of fun breaking down that Jaguars win in Indianapolis yesterday. And we'll peek a little bit ahead at maybe any challenges that the lowly Titans might throw. In fact, here at Strings, they have a beer, Forget the Titans. And I absolutely love it. So lots of fun stuff coming up on the Frangie Show. Come on out, win some Jaguar tickets.
All right, thanks, Hayes. Yeah, 4 pairs of tickets, and if you shorten that beer name, it's F the Titans. That is what it is.
F the Titans.
It's because it's Forget the Titans. So you shorten
that's
it.
good.
Clever.
Yeah,
I
our
love
friends
it.
at Strings absolutely know what they're doing.
That's
for sure.
right.
So yeah, head on out to Strings in Jax Beach. 4 pairs of tickets that Hayes and Hecker are giving away today. But of course, we are giving away tickets on pretty much every hour for the rest of the radio station's existence this week, except on Thursday when we're not here for New Year's Day. But yeah, listen to the Sounder and Blitz the Bank. Get on out
Blitz
there.
the Bank. And go purchase them also. 'Cause if you do not win, go buy your tickets. Head over to Ticketmaster.com. And there's we want it to be all teal.
That's right.
Absolutely. And you can also call 904-633-2000. That is the hotline for the
Yeah,
Jaguars.
celebrate the new year with an AFC South Division championship. Are you kidding me?
Absolutely.
That's incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible.
Different feeling than last year.
I think you and I picked in our preseason picks. I think we picked the Jags to win the division. But look, that's a lot of optimism.
Yeah.
A lot of optimism.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I bet on it in Vegas. Right. I just wanted to do the right thing.
Not
and
enough
bet on
money,
'em.
though.
Yeah, cheapskate that I am.
You got that right.
Sorry, I'm not a delinquent gambler. I'll
Yeah.
work on that.
Next year.
Next year. Yeah.
All
I
right,
got to
that-
go out there to collect, don't I? Think?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we'll go back.
They don't have direct deposits in Vegas. All right, that'll do it for us today. Reminder, do go see Hayes and Hacker at Strings in Jax Beach. You'll have a whole lot of fun and 4 pairs of tickets for you to give away. For Taylor Dahl, for Tom McManus, for Aaron Williams filling in, for RJ Saunders, I'm Lauren Brooks. These heels are made for talking. We will talk to you tomorrow, but don't go anywhere. The Frangie Show comes up next right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
And you keep thinking that you'll never get burned. Ha! I just found me a brand new box of matches, yeah. And what he knows.
Helmets and heels.
Backed by Green Law Group.